Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing another wig makeover video. I am going to be restoring this wig right here. This is the finished result of the wig. I very much love it. I'm definitely going to be using it for like some Morticia Addams stuff, some pin-up looks maybe. But I really like the way it turned out. It is just a long wig from Amazon I got a while ago, but it is 100% synthetic. It's very cheap wig. But I did give it a wash and kind of a style reset through washing it. So if you guys want to see how I reset this wig and take it from this ratty mess right here to this very pin-up Betty Paige 60s look, then just keep watching. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm just going to take a wide tooth comb and start running it through and seeing where the most tangles are. I mean, they're gonna be at the ends, and I think the underneath, like you can see, it's catching pretty heavily. So I'm just gonna start at the bottom and work it out. The nice part is right now I'm not too worried about preserving the style. I'm more so worried about getting all of this stuff out, like these hairs that are just not making the wig look good. And they're just ones that I probably cut like a knot out before, and then it didn't fall out. So I'm just gonna take the wide tooth comb and pull on it. You can also put it on a wig head, but I can't find my wig pins right now, so I'm just holding it with my hand. And you're gonna lose some hair just because of the way the knots are. And also, this isn't like a super expensive wig, so you can see there's some knottage that's coming out, but it's coming out nicely. This took about 3 minutes to get all the knots out, so I would say that's definitely worth the time, and it looks so much better. But the problem is the smell. A long time ago I sprayed this with some fabric softener, and I don't think it ever fully rinsed out. So I am going to rinse this and wash it. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So currently you are in my bathtub because that is where I'm going to rinse this out. So I'm going to turn the water on. You're not really going to be able to hear me do anything, but I will voice over the process. So the first thing I'm going to do with this wig is I am just dunking it in the lukewarm water that I filled the bathtub with, just so that I can get all of that fabric softener out and any residue of any sort of product I may have used, any sort of soap, and get some of that extra hair to drain out as well so that it's not clogging up the wig. So I'm not dunking the wig cap because this is a cheaper wig. A lot of this is just glued on. I'm just taking my hand and kind of patting it into the hair at the top so that it will be saturated as well for when we condition and shampoo. And I can see the fabric softener in this water, so it is rinsing out, which is fantastic. So the hair kind of looks ratty and messy right now, but that's to be expected. I am taking the OGX Pomegranate and Ginger Detoxifying Shampoo because this is meant to get gunk out of your natural hair. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this on synthetic hair, and we're going to see how this goes. I'm just working it down through the length because this is where I really want it to be refreshed. Okay, and now I'm just going to dunk it in the water to rinse. I'm going to submerge the whole thing. After I dunk it in, I just kind of push some of the water out to make sure all that soap is out and we avoid the residue buildup that happened last time. So now the conditioner, I'm using the same brand and same kind, the Pomegranate and Ginger Detoxifying. Revlon also makes a synthetic hair conditioner, but this one is paraben free, so it's gentle on your hair, so it's going to be gentle on the synthetic as well. I really worked the conditioner into the strands just to keep that tangling from happening, Even though it's not real hair, regular conditioner will make the strands a lot more slippery, so it's a lot easier to detangle later and keep the knots from building up like last time. As you'll see, I also cut it a bit, so that will help with the knotting as well. But once I am done getting the conditioner in, I rinse it out by putting it under the water of the faucet, just so it rinses it out a little bit quicker and I don't have to dunk it back in the soapy water that I already used. And plus I know it's going to be really clean, and then I just wring it all out again like I did with the shampoo. So now the wig is done being washed. It smells so much better. I just have it on my wig head right now drip drying because this is synthetic, and even with most of your wigs you want to let them drip and kind of dry naturally in the air before you do anything else with it, because you don't want the hair to fry or boil. Like if you blow dry hair, even your natural hair, while it's still super wet, the water will boil and damage your hair. So you want to just let it drip for a little bit. And I can see I'm probably gonna have to cut this a little bit, and at the bangs I'm gonna want to give it a shorter cut. So for now she is going to drip dry in my sink, and then in a little bit I will blow dry her and show you guys that process. Okay guys, so I finished drying the wig. I actually hung it up and let it air dry for a couple days because when I started to blow dry it, it instantly started smelling like burning plastic. So this is just what it looks like dry. The curl pattern is still here, it's still wavy, definitely not as defined as before. So if I want to keep it wavy, it will need a reset, but I am going to straighten it, so that doesn't really matter to me right now. The bangs are definitely going to get a trim here. So right now I'm just going to take my comb and brush it out so you guys can see how smooth and clean it is, and also like that the comb is just going right through it, as before where you guys could see it had like resistance and was tugging. So I'm just gonna brush it out and we'll really see how the curl pattern is. This is it now. It's back to like a nice soft wavy sort of look. I really don't understand this really long weft that they sewed in. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. So I think I'm actually gonna cut it. I think I'm going to trim it off and maybe trim up the bangs a bit so they're not so long. So I am going to set up for that. So I am just hanging this kind of off the side here, but I do actually have like hairdressing shears, and we're just gonna take some length off the bottom and where it's kind of ratty. So I'm going down here. I don't know, you guys probably can't see. Let me see if I can bring it lower. Okay, so hopefully now you can see what it looks like. I have it on the head here. I just cut that extra layer that was hanging really low so that it is shorter and fits more into the actual length here. I might need to take a little bit off just this little piece. Okay, so this is the finished wig. The bangs are much shorter. I feel like I need to like trim them in a couple places just to get them a little more even. But some of the pieces just don't lay flat. Like when I brush them down, they look fine, but then when you wear it, it pops up. So I think this is just gonna work as like a bumper bang, like a Betty Paige kind of look. And it also wants to kind of like go to the side. So it's kind of weird just based on how the wig was made. Like if I just kind of shake them out, they look okay. So I think, and when I pull it down, it also looks better. So yeah, for someone who doesn't do hair, I think like it looks pretty good. There's obviously a couple places I need to touch up, but I hope you guys enjoyed this wig makeover video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.